بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. مشاهدينا متابعينا الكرام في كل مكان، أسعد الله أوقاتكم بكل خير. نلتقي معكم من جديد في هذا السباق المثير 45 كيلو متر فئة الرجال. The main challenge. Welcome everyone again. So we are about to start the main challenge, the 45 kilometers. It's about to start the 740 meters above the sea level. It's there with the start. The first start is going to be here, the first segments there, 7 segments in the road. We have 5 short sprints until 17K. Would be so hard for everyone. Who will make it? Who's going to pass the first 17K? That is mean he will be continue the race until the end. Today we have that 7 segments. The shorts one will be start in the first K for everyone, the first 2 kilometers. Then we're going to be until the 5 segments, then 6 segments, and number 7 segments. It will be long distance for 10K. King of Jungle and the King of Desert will be so hard. King of Jungle is not going to be easy one. This will be very hard one. So we are about to start. Now we have the teams starting up. The team lining up now, we have UAE Clan Team 1, leading by Mr. X100, Ahmed Al-Tuneji, Pablo Popovic, Hassan Al-Rumethi, and Yusuf Mirza. Draft team today, we have Saeed Safarzad and Bruce Bed and Ryan Gugliano. UAE Clan Team 2, Rinosh and Fadl Amin, Zaid Hamdan, Abdullah Qaisiya, Ahmed A. So we have Velo Squad Team, William Posh Miller, and Julio Origo Vidar Mel. There is Danish Pavlova team, Michael Kennedson, Ollie Jones, and Michael Venk. Team NZ, Philip Graves with Juan David Vargas and Mitch Ferry. Lining up today, individual, today we have Ricardo Deeb and Basha. Nasser Al Khalifa, we have Shahzad Sarwar and SS Pedro Panais and Paul Odlin, John Moreno, and Christophe Them. So now counting down, about to start, 13 seconds. This will be so aggressive and strong start for everyone. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. We start the 45K right now, everyone. The race is going and moving in this moment. It's big attack from this begin. So now here, Veroman Nerwich and SS is good condition. He's showing great today. SS from United Arab Emirates. He is now leading the race. The first 100 meters, now 300 meters. Juan David Vargas in his wheel, 7.5 to 8.7 with SS, the Emirati rider from United Arab Emirates. He's just taking the lead. And also Juan David Vargas from Colombia. They are looking for the first segments. The first segments, it will be in 2K. Until this moment, 600 meters covered by very high speed. It's 44 kilometers an hour. And at the same time, we are climbing a little bit up. It's not going to be easy to pass the first part of the day. It will be so hard for everyone. We just start this. After this bridge, we are moving through this mountains. It's not be easy. Go everyone, and be careful standing on the bike. Push and pull, everyone in front. Look at the speed, 38, and the water's more than 463. There's no compare. So it's 500, 570. Saeed Savarzad and Mr. X100 is showing somewhere there, and SS is very high intensity indeed from everyone in this group. They are pushing hard. They are pushing hard. And Mr. X100 now at the tail of this, more than 380. With Mr. X100 at the tail of the group, but he's coming from behind. He's trying to catch the group now. It's this going now so fast. It's so fast. Ryan Gugliano from USA, he's just trying to catch the group. So now Ryan Gugliano's here. Everyone is here. Ollie Jones from New Zealand. No, it's Christophe is trying here again. Ryan Gugliano is trying to catch the group behind. So SS is still leading. Now 500 meters about to start first segments today. It is for 1 kilometer sprint. SSC look great. William Poschmiller from Germany side by side with him. Two riders now in front. And Mitch Ferry from Australia joining them. Philip Graves from England with Vidar. Vidar from Norwich. And also there's Paul Odlin. The first time with us, Paul. Paul from New Zealand. Showing here that Paul Odlin, he trying to be with the group. Mr. X100 now is still going good. So the heart rate beat with Mr. X100 now is 130, 129. And look at the RPM, 67, 67. He is in good condition. He started sprint number one. Everyone is moving. So in this moment, 5.7. So it is Ollie Jones. Ollie Jones now 5.6. SS moving to 7.2. This man, he's just doing great until this moment. So the first K between seven riders with them now. Vidar Mill and also Christoph Poschmiller from Germany. SS is trying now that from United Arab Emirates. So SS and Mr. X100, he just accelerates now that SS is moving 500 meters, counting down to the checkpoints, the first segments of the day. It is SS going now, moving by 6.7, 7.7, 7.7, 8.8. The best time is going to be with this man from United Arab Emirates. SS is doing great. He is moving now, sprinting now the last 150 meters, and there is someone coming from behind. It's Mitch Ferry, and also William Poschmiller with Vargas and Oli. Oh, that Origo also coming now. Who's going to take this? Oh, Christoph again. Who's this? Bruce Baird. It is Bruce Baird, and there is one attack now from Mr. X100. Mr. X100 attacking there, and it's Mr. X100 in second position. He just came from behind. What a performance. Look at the time. It's 1 minute and 8 seconds. 1 minute and 8 seconds. 0.8 with Mr. X100 in the second position. The winner, Bruce Baird, by 1 minute, 0.8, 0.593. Look, so close between the two riders now from United Arab Emirates. UAE Clan Team 1. Mr. X100 in the second position with big challenge with Bruce Baird. In the third position now, Paul Odlin from Australia, now from New Zealand. And William Poschmiller in fourth. Christoph Dem, he come fifth. Michael Vink, 6. Julio Origo, 7. Saeed Savarzada, 8. And Knudsen, 9. Also, SS, he just came in a 10th position by 1 minute and 9. What a performance. Thank you very much, Mr. X100. You just make it so exciting, this sprint. Segment number 1 is passed. So now moving to the segment number 2, the countryside sprint, starting in the 5K, about 700 meters. It was so fast. Let's move now. 600 meters. There's any attack. SS again attacking now. Philip Graves from England with Paul Odlin, Vidar Mill, William Poschmiller. Again and again, SS is doing great job, but he's still leading. He's still leading now by 5.5 watt per kilogram. Now SS in front, taking the lead. William Poschmiller from Germany. Philip Graves with Mitch Ferry. Vidar Mill and Mitch Ferry is now he's coming. This man from Australia. That Mitch Ferry here trying to do it, but there's still the time to do it. So now, it's counting down the start line, sprint number 2. Everyone is here. Bruce Baird there. Philip Graves, Saeed Safarzada, Christoph, William Poschmiller, SS showing very good condition today. SS, he just came in a second or 2 seconds behind the winner, the segment number 1, and still we are moving here. Still we are going. Let's go. 700 meters. It's counting down. Bruce, he will try from Canada. Julio Origo, he will try. SS is still leading. SS by 7.7. The watt is almost 400 with SS. The checkpoint line in front of us. Mr. X100 is trying from behind. He is pushing. He is pushing now. Very high intensity. Now in this effort, SS, he will try to take the second one. The second sprint of the day. He is now in front, leading this race. SS from United Arab Emirates. And also Philip Graves from England. Still SS is going. Look at this, crossing the line. Who will be crossing this line first? That Philip Graves with William Posh Miller, and still Vidar is coming from Norwegians, moving and crossing the line. So SS again, SS with the green. So from United Arab Emirates, congratulations, the second title of the day with SS, 1 minute and 27 second, 0.327. Yes, exactly. So SS with the green again. Bravo, 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 SS. Great job, SS. 1 minute 27 seconds. Brucey came second. Vidar now third. Said Sofarzada fourth. William Poshmiller fifth. Philip Graves sixth. Mitch Ferry seven. Vink eight. Paul Odlin 9. Ollie Jones in 10th position. And still Mr. X100 just repairing himself for coming very hard. Now the first 17K is very hard to move your leg now. It's not easy to spin your leg, so that's why we can't see the RPM for all riders now. It's so low. So low velocity now for everyone, but 75 RPM. So that's mean the RPMs mean that 79 revolution per minute. That's 77 now here. That's 79 RPM with SS. So hard to move. Look at the elevation right now. It's climbing up. Double number in the top. The right top's 82. It's almost going to 100. It's not easy, but they will try to do it. Mr. X100, stay with them. Stay with them so high now. They are increasing that speed. And the watts, more watts. You keep tracking them. Keep tracking them, Mr. X100. Go, go, go. Push, push. Don't lose them. Don't lose them. Go, go, go. That's Mr. X100 now. 6.1, 6.2, 400. They are reaching more than 500 in front. Be careful about that. So now Mr. X100 is coming. Bravo. Bravo. The second part so hard. We are going on. We'll climb up. It's about now more than 200 meters. In that 300 meters. It's coming 300 meters will be so hard. Go, Mr. X100. You're doing great. Bravo. Bravo, 300 meters, 300, 250, 200 now. It is Mr. X100. Great job. Great job. You can do it. You can do it. Yes, you can do it. Even you are in the back of the group, but it is very high intensity and good effort. Very good effort, Mr. X100. Allah, Allah. Yes, exactly here. Here. Look at this. Look at this. He's coming. He's coming. Now, Bruce and SS. And now, let's see the best time. The best time going to someone in this group who's going to be that Mr. X100 will try, but still we are moving. We are still moving now. In addition, he just looked great. You are doing great now. You can do it. You can do it. Go, go, go. We just start now the segment number 3. The two riders with green jersey today, Bruce and SS. Mr. X100 will try. That's why don't let them go. Stay at least with them. So now here, Mr. X100 and SS. He just trying to go SS. Yes, yes, yes. Help each other. Stay behind him. Stay behind him, Mr. X100. Stay behind him. At least he can pull you there. يلا يا بطل. يلا يا مستر X100. يلا. هذا المكان أصعب مكان على فكرة. أصعب مكان هذا المكان الآن. ولكن ما هم بعيد. يعني هم الآن أقل من 4 ثواني. معناته أنت أمامك في 200 متر 150 متر مستر X100 مع SS الآن في هذا العطاء الكبير. حتى هذه اللحظة المستوى السرعة فوق 42. ولكن هذه المنطقة كلها صعود. كلها صعود وكلها صعوبة كلها تحمل. فهذا شيء معروف. Oh, look at the heart rate beat with Mr. X100. Now it's 148. 148. So now he's just in the above the threshold points and the checkpoints here. The checkpoints. The best time with who? with Mr. X100. Allah, 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 Allah. Mr. X100, yes, I told you that you can do it. You can do it, Mr. X100. The best time, the winner from United Arab Emirates, UAE, Clan Team 1, Mr. X100, he just win it. He just win it now. And by 1 minute and 27, and very hard part, the both rider from UAE, United Arab Emirates, the both rider now, SS and Mr. X100 behind the group. Even he's behind the group, but he get the best time by 1 minute and 27 seconds. Brucey just came third. Seconds and 1 minute and 30 second, and third Vidar Miel from Norwich. What a performance, UAE Clan Team 1 by Mr. X100. Great job, great job. Keep going, Mr. X100. What a performance, what a performance today. So now in this evening, we can see Mr. X100, the winner, wearing the green jersey from UAE Clan Team 1 behind the Group 1, and he just trying and keeping his average so high, riding now almost in the red zone. It's the first 10K. It's not easy to finish this. The 10K now, it is about 13 minutes and 32 seconds. The average speed is almost at 46 kilometers an hour. 45 kilometers an hour, and that average in the ground. So now that is Saisa Barzada. They're making some big attacks there, and still the group is going and moving. A big challenge between everyone, competing each other, and still chasing group now behind Mr. Alexander from United Arab Emirates. He's just doing great, and he's still with so high watts. It's more than 429. Now it's reaching 140, 60, and heart rate beat is 148. It's almost now riding in the red zone with above the threshold point. This man is doing great now, and keep breathing. Allah, bravo, bravo. He's just flying now. Bravo, Mr. 600. You are just doing great now. They are in front of you. Not far, not that far. So far, so good. SS, at least don't let SS go. Stay behind him. When you are two, it's different when you'll be alone and doing this solo. It's not easy to do it solo. Everyone knows that. If you lift that wheels and you drop behind, not easy to come back. It's only the champions, only the strongest rider, he can do it and back again, catching the group. It's not easy. Absolutely, you are doing great, Mr. X100. Yes, keep going and push all the way to Group 1. The segment number 4 is about to start at Mr. X100 with very high intensity, and he's going to be the best time if he'll keep it like that. So I'm with you, and stay going and keep it like that all the way to the Group 1. What a race. Day by day, I can see the process with this race with Whoosh. Now, all the group, they are riding above the threshold. All the group riders now above the 45 kilometers an hour. So now 46 with Mr. X100. Two riders again. They are not that far. It's less than 100 meters. The two riders behind from United Arab Emirates. One of them, Mr. X100. Mr. X100, the winner. The last sprint winner, Mr. X100 from UAE Clan Team 1. Go. And he's still doing great. The best time is going to be with you. Vink is fighting there. He needs title number 4. It's title number 4 now here in this section. No, it's very near to win it. Ollie Jones is pushing, but still Mr. X100 is doing great. More than 7.8 with Ollie Jones, the New Zealand rider now, and Bruce Baird from Canada. He's trying to catch him again. Saeed Savarzada with Kennedson and Mitch Ferry in this group in front, and it's big challenge now. Who's going to win it? Ollie Jones with best time. It's Bruce Baird. I'm waiting for Mr. X100. He's now about to finish this. Mr. X100, see this now. Go, Mr. X100, go. There is some change. There's any change now in the result. It's very high intensity. Danish Pavlova team, Ollie Jones with the best time by 1 minute and 32 seconds. So now still the time with Ollie Jones, the blue jersey, with the New Zealand rider now, Ollie Jones, the segment number 4 title. Congratulations, Ollie Jones. But Mr. X100, he's just trying now to cut the group behind. And he's pushing so hard. And not easy now. More than 500 watts with Ollie Jones. Ollie Jones, long time back. He did not make any breakaway. So now he's trying with this. Mr. X100 now behind the group. It's not that far. It is about less than 4 seconds. 4 seconds now. Mr. X100 with SS, 2 riders. It's okay. It's okay for you. Now you can catch the group. If there is someone beside you, there is someone who can help you with this. You cannot do it solo. Mr. X100 again. He is pushing. But now I think Ollie Jones taking the lead. And he's trying to open that gap. Here, the gap is growing a little bit. Ollie Jones is pushing. First time I can see this man. Long time back, we did not see Ollie Jones making breakaway and pushing himself and taking and handling all the consequences of this move. So now Ollie Jones is taking this and he will take all the consequences and he's pushing all what he's getting now. It's more than 500 watts and with 49 kilometers an hour speed. So now that Ollie Jones is going, Ollie Jones going and opening the small gap. But still there's someone behind him, Bruce pulling the group, and Philip Graves and his wheels with 3 riders again, Mitch Ferry and Knudsen. And again, Ollie Jones catching by Bruce catching Ollie Jones again, the 2 riders in front, and the group behind by 3 seconds. Still Mr. X100 behind by 7 seconds now. Keep going. It's Bruce again, the 3 riders again with Philip Graves. So 3 riders in a way with less than 4 seconds. Group 1 behind, more than 8 riders. Then the chasing group with Mr. X100 and SS, it's about 8 seconds. Let's go, Mr. X100. Don't let him go. Today, there is no high climbs. Only the first 15 kilometers is hard. Then will be flat until the end. Maybe. Only that part of the jungles will be hard for everyone. Mr. X100, the green jersey, is still with him. And he is going. 1 title for this man from United Arab Emirates. And he is still fighting. He will try to catch the group again. And he is doing great job until this moment. 430. Mr. X100 from United Arab Emirates, UAE Clan Team 1. Side by side with SS from United Arab Emirates. 2 riders with 2 titles behind the group 1. And they are trying to catch this group shortly. It is now 5 seconds. Bravo, Mr. X100. Bravo, great job. So Mr. X100 now, he's trying to close this gap, eating some seconds. So now it's 5 seconds. Bruce Baird is still going and moving. 2 riders in front. Bruce and Philip Graves. Ollie Jones. Bruce is trying to take that sprint. Bruce and Philip Graves and Ollie Jones. That 3 riders will be in great shape right now. But Mr. X100, he has chance to do it. Philip Graves, the cross line, the checkpoints. Oh, Bruce again. Congratulations, Bruce Baird from Canada. The 2nd position, Philip Graves and Vidar from Velux Squad Team 3rd. Mitch Ferry 4th. Vink 5. And William Posh Miller 7. And 6, we can see Vink, Michael Vink. And also Knudsen 9. Saeed Safarzada 10. And SS, oh, bravo, SS. Pushing himself now to be in 3rd position again. SS, he just flying in this. Now he will try to cut the group 1. Mr. X100 is behind him and behind his wheel. And keep going, Mr. X100. Keep going and stay behind him. Bravo. Oh, what a performance, Mr. X100. What you are doing, bravo. They are in front of you now. He is pushing. He will cut him. Oh, he's just flying. He now flying on very high speed. More than 44 kilometers an hour. It's Mr. X100 with SS. They are chasing group 1 and shortly they will catch the group. The speed there is 43. Here the chasing group is 43. So is the distance the same? There's no change, but they're still waiting the chance to slow down, reducing the speed there in group one. It will be big chance to catch them again from those riders now in the chasing group. Mr. Alexander, this man, he will not give up until this moment. He will try. He did this again and again, and he did it before, and he will do it again. That Mr. Alexander now here, one more time and one more chance, and he will keep himself now moving until last minutes. Bravo, bravo, Mr. Alexander. Keep going, keep going. And Bruce Baird is here in group one, and Mr. Alexander now he's trying to close the gap by 53 kilometers. Bravo, bravo, 52. Now you have 4 speeds more than them. You will catch them shortly. Exactly. Keep going, push and push. الله 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 يا مستر اكساندرت. الان سرعتك اعلى منهم. سرعتك اعلى منهم. تقدر توصلهم الان بسرعه. تقدر توصلهم. Go 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 Mr. Alexander, go and keep going. They're in front of you. There is someone now. Posh Miller and Mitch Ferry and Posh Miller in front of you. That is Posh Miller now. You try to catch his wheel, then keep continue until the group one. What a race, everyone here. So now that William Posh Miller is now trying to come back again and catching group one. Behind him now from United Arab Emirates, Mr. Alexander. This man now by 400 watts. He is going and keeping that average. So now we have 17 kilometers done. So we'll move right now to the jungle. So now the king of jungle title waiting for you, Mr. Alexander. You are the best. You are the best. He's coming. He's coming. Mr. Alexander. Behind him, SS and Mr. Alexander. So now Mr. Alexander behind the group. We are just now getting through this jungle, and let's go. And we are about to start this 10K in 19 kilometers. So right now it's 17.5. It's 1500 meters to start this section. And Mr. Alexander getting through this challenge. He will not stay here without fight. He will fight until the end. And always we see that from this man. So now he is keeping and going. Allah, keeping himself now, pulling the chasing group. Chasing group now with 3 riders. William Posh Miller and Mitch Ferry, and United Arab Emirates rider here, UAE Clan Team 1, Mr. Alexander. 3 riders in the chasing group, and they will try, and they are doing the best. So now it's about last kilometers to start the segment number 6. Segment number 6, 10K, the King of Jungle Challenge. Okay, so Mr. Alexander, happy to see you in this condition now. Bravo. The heart rate beat until this moment 149. It is above the threshold, riding in the red zone. But this man, with great confidence, he's keeping himself with this group, standing on the bike, pushing and pulling. Bravo. Again, Mr. Alexander here. The time. Two riders in front now. Paul from New Zealand with Philip Graves from England. 2 riders crossing the checkpoints. The start line, the start line of the 10K challenge, King of Jungle Challenge. Now, in this jungle, we can see now 3 riders in the chasing group with Mr. Alexander. Mr. Alexander with him, William Posh Miller from Germany and Mitch Ferry from Australia. And Mr. Alexander from United Arab Emirates. They are pushing behind by 47 kilometers an hour. In front, you can see the right screen window by 50 kilometers an hour. Philip Graves and Paul. This name is new with us, racing with Whoosh. Let's go, Philip Graves. That Philip Graves, our old friend, Philip Graves. Keep going. Don't let him go. Still behind him now. I can see Bruce. Bruce, he will try to catch Paul Alden wheels. So now it's 49 kilometers an hour and 46 with the group one. Here you go again. So Mr. Alexander, the chasing group behind, he will try to catch group one. So it's group one, they are moving more than 39 kilometers an hour. And beside chasing group by Mr. X100 leading with 40 kilometers an hour. Again, Philip Graves. He looked great today, by the way. It's very strong indeed. Saeed Safarzadeh. Michael Vink, Philip Graves, Ollie Jones, Bruce Baird, Kennedson, Paul. So again in one group. So it's big challenge. Still they are moving with 35 kilometers an hour. We told everyone this section is hard for everyone. They're standing now. 21.6 kilometers is done and covered by group one. And the chasing group behind, Mr. X100, he will try and doing his best to cut the group again. It's a big move. It was from Paul, but again he's in group one. Saeed Safarzadeh and Ollie Jones, the chasing group, they will try to catch them now shortly. 35. Bravo. Bravo, Mr. X100. Bravo. So proud of you, Mr. X100. He's still leading this group. He's still leading chasing group now by 39 to 40 kilometers an hour. Mr. X100 from UAE Clan Team 1. He is pushing now, still keeping that average. Look at the average. The average is almost more than 400 watts with this man. It's 418. 21 seconds. It's okay, you are eating the time now. It was 33. Right now it's 25. Bravo. Bravo, 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 Mr. Alexander. Keep going, keep pushing. Keep pushing. That's Saeed Safarzadeh here. Mr. X100 with them. And it's still going. The race is moving now. So hard race today. That Mr. X100. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Chasing group. Chasing group now 42. The same speed in front in group one. And it's 25 seconds. 25 seconds between two groups now. That's Bruce Baird with Philip Graves, Kennedson, Ollie Jones, Paul Odlin, everyone in this group now with Kennedson. Bruce is going now. Bravo, 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 bravo. Bravo, Mr. X100. I can't see now the chasing group. It's 49 kilometers an hour. with Mr. X100. Mr. X100, you're looking for this title, by the way, the King of Jungle. By this performance, I can guarantee this man, he can do something and he will be with the top 3. Let's go, Mr. X100. Now 54 kilometers an hour, Mr. X100 pulling the group. And the right screen window, I can see that 38 kilometers an hour in the group 1 and little bit. The time has become less than 15 seconds. 15 seconds. يلا يا مستر X100. يلا بديت تاكل عليهم زمن. تاخذ الان الله 12 ثانية. It's 12 seconds. 12 seconds, Mr. X100. This man, he's just coming back. He's back. He's back with very high performance. Mr. X100, he will do it. He will do it. They are in front of you now. They are less than 200 meters. The chasing group, they are so close to catch group 1. الله عليك الله عليك والله روعة الآن أداء كبير مستر X100 خلاص جبتهم مرة ثانية. What a performance. What a performance. The only strongest rider, they can do that. I'm the only one watching this. Look at this. Mr. X100, he's just closing the gap with the chasing group and he's taking in his wheel 2 riders with him. That is William Poshmiller and Mitch Ferry. So Mr. X100 pushing and pulling and he will try to cut the group and he's still in this section, the 10K of challenge in this day. So the King of Jungle, not that far. Lead this. Go. Vink again, he starts attacking here. It's big attack from Vink. Everyone knows there is no climb, there is no mountain today. It will be a finishing in flat race area. So Vink is there with Philip Graves. Today, Philip Graves is doing great job and very high performance from this man. And behind the chasing group, they're just trying to close this gap. So proud of you, Mr. X100. It's almost done. It's 24.7. It is less than 5 kilometers. Then we'll finish this section. The Jungle Challenge. Mr. X100. Again, the time is growing. The gap is growing to 24 seconds. But this man, he will not give up. And not giving up. He will be now going and keeping this until the end. يلا يا بطل. ما في يأس. ما في يأس وما في تراجع لحد هذه اللحظة. برافو عليك. برافو عليك يا بطل. برافو. استمر. عطائك، استمرارك وقوتك. وصلتوها لين 12 ثانية. حاليا ترجع مرة ثانية إلى 15 ثانية بعد ما وصلت 24. كل ما تسحب كل ما تضغط كل ما تقرب المسافة. الشغل كله عندك. على فكرة هم اللي مستفيدين. الآن يتحرك، الآن يساعدك شوية ويليام بوشميلر وترجع مرة ثانية أنت تسحب. برافو عليك. والله رائع يا مستر X100. قسما بالله روعة. قمة عطاء وأداء. يا خلاص قربت والآن 14 ثانية صارت الآن المجموعة أمامكم الآن 14 ثانية تقريبا. يقدر تجيبها الآن بهذا الزمن وبهذه السرعة بهذا الواط الآن 43 كيلومتر في الساعة. 43. المشكلة أنه في الأمام بروس يسحب بقوة كبيرة ويضغط، لكن أنت الآن أفضل تمشي أفضل من بروس اللي عامل بريك أواي ويحاول يطلع من الجروب في الأمام. الجروب ما هو بعيد الآن، بديتوا تنقصون المسافة اللي بينكم وبين الجروب. برافو مستر X100. Now by 48 kilometers an hour. Group 1 in front by 43. There is 5 speeds different from chasing group and group 1. So now Bruce Bear there, he need to win this section. Who will win it? In my opinion, Mr. X100. He's just pushing, but the gap now is growing a little bit again. He closed the gap until 12 to 13 seconds and back again to 24 seconds and still waiting for this. Keep going, keep going. So now it is about counting down. It's counting down to the King of Jungle Challenge checkpoints line in 29K. Now it's 26.6. يلا يا نجم، يلا يا نجم، استمر في هذا العطاء واستمرارية حتى الوصول، حتى الوصول يا نجم الإمارات الآن في هذا التقدم الرائع. وأيضا صورة جميلة نشاهدها في هذه اللحظات. مستر إكس 100، برافو يا مستر إكس 100. So now Mr. X 100 is showing here again on his bike. He will try by 46 kilo just to cross now the jungle. So now in the normal road he will push and he will go behind the group one, and still there is chance. There is no climb, there's no mountains, only now flat race, and all the hard part is done. So it's going to be now it's flat. It is flat race. And now speedy race is going to turn to speed. Mr. X100, he just turned it now to the speed race, 48 kilometers an hour. And Mr. X100 now he will try. Look at the other side. They are moving by 48 kilometers now, and now it's 52 with Mr. Alexander. Bravo. He will try to catch them before the finish line. This man, he's very strong in chasing group all the time. He's just doing this, and he will try this time to come back. But there is some attacks in front. Group one, they are trying with Bruce Baird and Philip Graves. Philip Graves today, he just look okay, and he's doing all attacks with Bruce. Bruce looking for the title, the King of Jungle, who will win this race today. It's big challenge. It's big challenge between everyone in this group one. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Now, in this moment, I can see Mr. X100. He will try to catch the group in front of him by 12 seconds, 11 seconds. الله عليك، الله عليك. الآن 11 ثانية. الآن 11 ثانية. 11 ثانية الآن أمامك. خلاص رجعت مرة ثانية. هاي 11 ثانية، 12 ثانية. برافو يا تشامبيون، برافو يا تشامبيون. Now the checkpoints is here. The checkpoints in front of you guys. Ollie Jones, he will try now with the Bruce Baird. This man, he's just keeping his eyes on this title, the King of Jungle title, between three riders until this moment now in Group 1. Philip Graves, Bruce, and Ollie Jones. The three, they will try. Who's going to take it? Ollie Jones. Ollie Jones is pushing. He's going now. And Bruce Baird crossing the line. Crossing the line, Bruce Baird, the King of Jungle until this moment. So it is Bruce Baird. Bruce Baird, he just did this, but there is someone coming from behind. Mr. X100 crossing the line. Mr. X100! Mr. X100, he just did it. Exactly. Yes, absolutely. Strong riders, only the strongest riders, they can do this. Only the strong riders, they can do this. Mr. X100 and Mitch Ferry. Again, oh my goodness, in second position, Mr. X100. So, Mr. X100 by 13 seconds. It's so close with Mitch Ferry. Mitch Ferry, the winner today. Oh, again, it's he did it behind. What a surprise. What a surprise, guys. It's with 13 minutes and 53. He just smashed the time by 4 seconds. 4 seconds better than ever. It's from United Arab Emirates. He just dropped behind, but he just did that great performance. 13 minutes and 53 seconds. Just smashing the time by 4 seconds. What a performance. What a race. All the surprises here with Whoosh. So SS is coming flying from behind, and he just take that title with big surprise. With big surprise. Oh, In the third position now, Mr. X100. And Mr. X100 now almost catching Group 1 the last 15 kilometers to the finish line. What a performance today. I'm really surprising. So today, Mr. X100 one title, the sprint title, and green jersey with Mr. X100. And from UAE, Mr. X100, there is someone fighting there from UAE. SS. He came from behind. He came from nowhere. And he just win it. And he just win it. He just did this so hard. So SS from United Arab Emirates. What a surprise, champion. What a surprise, champion. He's just coming. I love it. I love that. Go, go, SS, go and keep going. And there in front of you, it's about 15 seconds. The chasing group front of you by 15 seconds of 15, yeah, exactly. And keep going. Keep going. There are 17 seconds now between you and chasing group, and 38 seconds between you and group 1. So there's a chance to catch them. We are moving now to the King of Deserts, starting at 33k. It's about 2 kilometers from now. And Mr. X100 keeping himself in one average, and he's just controlling his average all the time. That's why when he dropped, all the time he's keeping his average heart rate average and watt average. He cannot go over that. So all the time he's just controlling himself, at least to finish in one average. He can do it. I'm so happy to see this, and his great performance and good plan, and I'm waiting for high performance now in the end. Let's see, Mr. X100. Now it's about 600 meters. Then we'll start the last challenge of the day and the last segment number 7, King of Deserts. Here you go, Mr. X100. As usual, he is coming from behind, and he is pushing right now. And now we just start the King of Desert title challenge. Let's go, everyone. And Mr. X100, he's coming from behind and almost done. Almost done, Mr. X100. Now think about this. It is the matter of the time. It's matter of the time, Mr. X100. You are looking now for this title. At least push all what you get. It's not important to finish the race. At least finish this 10k with very high performance and take this average, high average, and take this title and be the King of Desert and finish it. Go, Mr. X100, and keep pushing this 44 kilometers an hour. Comparing with the group 1, you're just doing great now. They are moving like 43 and 42 in front. Keep going. They're in front of you. It's big group now. The split, that group 1 is split in two groups. Now, group number 2, I can see Mr. X100 and many riders with him. And only Bruce Baird and also Philip Graves with Ollie John, they are in front and fighting to continue. That race is going in very high intensity. Mr. X100 and his accelerate now is with him in the chasing group. They become 5 riders. It was 3. Now it's 5 riders, and there is big chance. It's big chance for Mr. X100. He is now challenging on this title, the King of Desert titles, for 10K, starting in 33 and will be finishing in 43K. So now Mr. Rick Sanders is moving in this desert. SS joining him, and a great performance from SS. He was behind, he came from nowhere, and he was the winner and the king of jungle today from United Arab Emirates. SS, and now taking this lead, and I think it's great, great chance now, and great move. Go, Mr. Alexander, to try to stay in his wheel. At least he can pull you up. Go, Mr. Alexander, stay with him. Stay with him, bravo. The speed is more than 49 kilometers an hour here in front. So he will close this gap, and now 26, just eating this time. It's 26 seconds. It was above the 30 seconds. So now more than 6 seconds now and in your hands. Now keep going, and just doing this. Going this now, Mr. Alexander's here. Go. Say Savarzada joining them. And Ollie Jones with one title with the Bruce Bear. This man, 2 titles today. And he's still moving and he still look great. It is great position now for Mr. Alexander. Great position. Stay where you are. Don't move. Stay behind them. Oh, they are pushing now. They are pushing. Stay with them. Yes, exactly. Bravo. Keep breathing. Keep breathing in this moment. So now SS taking the lead, and very great job here in this group. The chasing group, they just look great now. SS pulling, and behind them I can see Mitch Ferry, and behind Mitch Ferry, Mr. X100, and I think it's great job for this man. So those rider now in this group, they is trying to close the gap. They eating the time. It was 25, now it's 21, and now 35.7 Ks covered by Group 1 and also here in Group 2 behind. So now Ollie Jones, he will try and taking this lead. What a race today. It's a great race from this man, Ollie Jones. He just back racing with Whoosh with very high performance and very aggressive performance. So now, Ollie Jones and Bruce Baird, Philip Graves, Saeed Safarzada from Iran with Michael Vink from New Zealand, and Kennedson, he will try to be there with them. But in a chasing group behind, Mr. X100 with SS and Mitch Ferry and William Posh Miller, more than 6 riders now in this group, and they will try to do it hard. Vanada now, he's just trying here. At Group 1, they are moving now with 38 kilometers an hour speed. And behind, we can see now Ollie Jones in this group, and they're still in good condition. So the chasing group behind, the 6 riders now. 6 riders, they are fighting to catch the Group 1. It is now about a few seconds. There's big chance to do it. Then the chasing group behind, they are moving now with 34 kilometers an hour in this climb little bit. So we are moving so fast, and they are going now here. look at this. Look at this. Now here behind the group one, I can see the chasing group moving with very high speed, and they will try to catch them. 21 seconds. It's almost 20 now, and still there is time. It is less than 10 kilometers to the finish line, and to finish this, it's about 6 kilometers. 6 kilometers, then we'll finish this section. The section is so hard for everyone because it's a speedy one. It is a speedy one. So now Mr. Alexander here with SS, and also with him now Vidar Mail. He's just trying to stay with them in this section. So the group moving, the speed is going 33. So we are in a desert right now. It's not easy. That group one, they are fighting by 38, 34 kilometers an hour. We'll say Safarzada now in this group. So we are still moving, still going, and we are counting down to the finish line. It's 6 kilometers to the finish line. I mean, it's less than 4 kilometers and 43. It's five now. It's 5 kilometers. It's 43. So the king of desert titles, it's about to finish. It's about to finish now. It's counting down. Saeed Safarzad in front. Everyone fighting. Mr. X100 in the chasing group. He's just rising the speed up to 45 kilometers an hour, and he's now closing this gap. It is about 17. Allah alayka, Mr. X100. Mr. X100 now is moving and eating the time. That 45 kilometers an hour, he will try and keep trying this. And Saeed Safarzada, he will try in front again. Look at this challenge between two groups. The group number one front and the chasing group behind. They are just challenging each other now. Here, speedy race is going to be so fiery. So now, who was opening this fire? It's little bit now. I see Mr. Alexander just firing and open this, and he will try. And only three SS Mr. X100, and also with them Bosch Will Miller. So now Bosch Will Miller, he will be there with them, but he will try. Oh, it's about to finish now at 39. 39.5, and behind is 200 meters only 200. Go, Mr. Alexander. It's only 200 meters now. It's only 200. The group one, they are front of you by 200 meters. I can't see them now. You can see them now in front of you. Keep going and pushing and keep breathing. The heart rate beat is still okay with you until 155. You are just doing great, and keep going and keep breathing. You are doing great today. Definitely, you will catch them if you will stay in this average speed, this average of what? So now 400 something. You need 400. You needed 400 in this section. Go. Yes, exactly. It's 400 now. It is 400. Stay in this average. Stay in this average. You will catch them shortly. Now, again, they're just back. The chasing group. The chasing group now more than 6 riders here. And the group one, this big challenge. Bruce, he just keeping himself, and they are working under pressure right now, and great pressures coming from the chasing group behind. There's no chance to reduce the speed in anyone here and there. So it is Michael Vinky will try now again and taking the lead. And the front, you can see that Sair Safarzada one more time and one more move from this man, and looking for this title. It's less than 3 kilometers. Less than 3 kilometers to the checkpoints line. And who's going to be the king of desert? I'm dying to see who's going to win this section. So everyone, we can see this process. Now it's SS with Mr. Alexander in a chasing group. They are so close, one behind. It's 41 kilometers an hour. Not easy. The winner is going to be one of those riders in a chasing group in this section. So now the king of deserts about to finish. It is going to be the 1200 meters to the checkpoints line. And there is Bruce Baird is pulling the group there in front. And behind now, here's SS with Mr. Alexander closing this gap, reaching into 700 meters now. It's less than 700 meters. It is going to be big challenge. Big challenge. Go, SS. Go, Mr. Alexander. Go. Go, Mr. Alexander. Yes, exactly. I'm standing on my feet now. Look at this. Mr. Alexander is moving. He's moving now. He's pushing 45 kilometers an hour. He is coming from behind. It will be one of these riders now in chasing group. The winner, the king of desert, one of those riders here. Mr. Alexander's one of them. The big fight is from United Arab Emirates with Mr. Alexander UAE Clan Team 1. They are coming now in the last 500 meters, 400 meters. Go, 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 Mr. Alexander. Push and pull, push and pull. Do it, do it. And he's keeping this until the end. It's 300, 300, 200 meters and 50. Mr. Alexander now he will try. He is pushing. Mr. Alexander is going and about to finish this. Maybe he will be the king of desert. Mr. Alexander is waiting for this. I'm waiting for this chance. Go, Mr. Alexander, go! The checkpoints in front of you, crossing the line. It's the winner. So we told you that someone from the chasing group he will win this. It's from United Arab Emirates, the king of jungle, the king of desert today. What a performance! The folk chasing with this man from United Arab Emirates. This man, he was behind. He just dropped and he took 2 titles today. The endurance title with the SS and Mr. X100. He just came third. Yes, exactly. The chasing group. They came from behind and they just took the first 3 result in this section. The king of desert, United Arab Emirates, is the 3rd position. He was from Mr. Alexander. He was from UAE Clan Team 1, and they are now about to finish. It's only 1200 meters to finish line. It will be another race has begun. Who's going to open the final sprint? Now the 45 main challenge title waiting for you, Mr. Alexander and SS. The biggest sprint is about to begin right now. It's 900 meters now to the finish line. It's still the race is now in front with the bros and Ollie Jones repairing himself. Mr. Alexander is coming now. They're joining again the group. They are cutting now one group again. They're coming in one group again to the finish line of the last 500 meters. And Mr. Alexander is coming from behind. He will try to do his best and to win this race. And SS is going and he's flying in front. SS will try again in 400 meters. About to the finish line. Saeed Savarzada opening the sprint in front by 8.8. Philip Grace behind him now. Philip Grace is flying from England. It is about to finish line. The last 100 meters, 50 meters. Philip Graves. Philip Graves from UK. He just won this race in yellow jersey. Mr. Alexander is crossing the line now. What a performance. What a race tonight. It was a great race in this evening. Philip Graves, congratulations and well done from UK. Philip Graves, the yellow jersey. And look at the time. Today's great time in 1 minute and 48 seconds. And at the same time, Ollie Jones from Danish Pavlova again to the podium. Ollie Jones from New Zealand and Paul Odlin also from New Zealand in a 3rd. And Vink 4th, Bruce Baird 5, Kennedson 6, Saeed Safarzada 7, Mitch Ferry 8, SS 9, Mr. X100 in the 10th position. And we are so happy to see you again with the Group 1, finishing with the Group 1, finishing with big final sprint together until the end. What a performance for this man. SS also, he just do it, and he just did two high result today in this evening. So now the king of jungle and the king of desert, SS from United Arab Emirates. And today, the winner in the 45 men challenge race, the Friday Race Club from UK, Philip Grace by 1 minute and 1 minute and 48 seconds. What a performance from everyone. And look at the race now here with Rian Giuliano. He is still more than 9 kilometers to the finish line. Still the race is going from Colombia now. Julio Origo also, he's fighting to finish. Thank you very much indeed for everyone. You just make this race so exciting. We are so proud of you guys from everywhere, from all 5 continents, from USA, of there, from Europe, and from Australia and New Zealand, and here in Asia, United Arab Emirates. Thank you indeed. Thank you, and see you next Friday with very high performance. And congratulations one more time for the yellow jersey winner, Philip Grace from England. See you next week.